This morning to present for graduation and induction into the medical profession students who have successfully gone through a 6-year program of study leading to the award of the Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery at the University of Cape Coast School of Medical Sciences. Mr. Chairman, today we are graduating a total of 42 students, 15 females and 27 males. And this was done with government support to train medical doctors and other allied health professionals to help address the poor patient-doctor ratio in our country.
My colleagues and I would like to express our sincerest gratitude to all of you. As we receive our hard-earned certificates today and take our oaths, we must remember that today we take a big step into power and responsibility. Society will permit us to hear their secrets, to use drugs on them and use instruments on them that can do great harm as well as good, to give advice and to counsel. My dear colleagues, with great power comes great responsibility. It's therefore our responsibility to always remember to act with humility, patience, and respect for our patients. This will be a challenging time of great responsibility. It's a challenge that I feel we are all prepared for. We've made it. Thank
you. UCC, we are the harmless of them all. UCC, we are the bedrock of our knowledge. Be proud of it, with students and workers in concert shall wear, that your image may be heightened.
I told Nana that I accepted this invitation long ago. Well, fortunately, they made it possible for me to be here. Well, let me say how honored I am to be part of this historic first congregation and oath swearing ceremony of the University of Cape Coast School of Medical Sciences. It is an exciting time for you, the pioneering graduates, and your families and friends, and I share in your joy. Success has come after 6 years of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. As we celebrate, I must join you to say thank you to all your parents, guardians, sponsors, teachers, and university workers who have sacrificed and endured during those long years of study. Chancellor, an occasion like this provides us with an opportunity to reflect on the critical role that the University of Cape Coast plays in our national quest to improve the delivery of healthcare and accelerate the economic development and social transformation of our country. For Ghana to compete effectively in the global economy and achieve the MDGs, we must address our doctor-patient ratio. We need doctors who are community-oriented and who understand the health needs of our rural communities. This university's innovative, problem-based, community-oriented medical curriculum has today culminated in the graduation of a cohort of doctors who are well prepared to deliver quality health care to our people. The reality of global village we live in means that today's graduates must not only be prepared to meet the demands of our national economy, but also possess the ability to hold their own against other graduates produced in other parts of the world. This understanding informs the government's quest to put people first and invest in people to ensure human resource development, a key pillar of our electoral manifesto. To further this agenda, government has gone to considerable expense to improve access to quality education at all levels, from basic education to the tertiary level. Bold, pragmatic steps are being taken to address the challenges we face in producing quality human resources for this country. Ghana faces many challenges in the education sector, from schools under trees, the shift system, lack of teaching and learning aids, low morale of teachers, poor quality of teaching and learning, lack of access to education at various levels. Government is determined to tackle these challenges, and with one of your own at the helm and in control of the Ministry of Education, I have no doubt that we will make great strides in this sector. A lot of work has already gone into resolving many of these challenges over the years. Investment in infrastructure has expanded access and halved the number of schools and the trees. We have also in the urban centers eliminated the shift system at the basic level. Hopefully, the construction of nearly 700 classroom blocks, dormitories, dining halls, and the renovation of over 60 science resource centers would also contribute to absorb more prospective SHS entrants. Government is not oblivious to the fact that this significant expansion is not enough to absorb all those who pass the BECE every year. There is no question that the most pressing concerns that should engage attention at the senior high school level are access, quality, and equity. From this year, a comprehensive program aimed at establishing the 200 additional community senior high school will begin. Each of these schools will have the capacity to enroll at least 1,000 students, thus creating additional access for some 200,000 students at this level. This is to ensure universal access to senior high school by 2016. Once access is guaranteed, efforts will continue to progressively implement free senior high school education in line with our constitutional provisions. In order to make it possible for SHS graduates to obtain tertiary education, government last year fulfilled its pledge of establishing 2 new public universities in the Volta and Brong-Ahafo regions. We are also working hard under the supervision of the Ministry of Education to establish another public university in the Eastern region, which remains the only region of Ghana currently without a public university. One of the very first actions, indeed, I took as president was to establish the task force to work towards the achievement of this university. Our government in the next 3 years will work towards improving access, service, quality, increased personnel, and enhanced working conditions across the various professions in the health sector. A sick population cannot generate the productivity needed to maintain the acceleration of our economy. In furtherance of this plan, we have focused attention on developing infrastructure that will enable our tertiary institutions improve access to personnel development and human capacity building in the health professions. Projects we have initiated include the construction of an ultra-modern 600-bed teaching hospital for the University of Ghana Medical School and the establishment of the University of Health and Allied Sciences in the Volta region. Plans are also far advanced for the construction of a permanent campus for the University of Health and Allied Sciences. A $10 million facility has been secured for this project and work has begun on the permanent site at Sokode. We are also upgrading the Volta and Central Regional Hospitals, and that is exactly what your Vice Chancellor was referring to, upgrading the Volta and Central Regional Hospitals into teaching hospitals. To expand the scope for training of medical doctors and other healthcare professionals. And as your Chancellor said, I definitely will not disapprove if Professor Nana Jenopoku pushes a few more pieces of the cake towards her own university. I'll turn my eyes the other way. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the successful completion of the University of Cape Coast School of Medical Sciences, I'm happy to say that government has also provided the University of Cape Coast School of Medical Sciences with an ultra-modern diagnostic center. This was said already. The diagnostic center, when fully equipped, will serve a dual purpose of training medical students of this university and providing patients in the central region and beyond with quality diagnostic services. A hostel facility has also been provided for the clinical students of the School of Medical Sciences at the Central Regional Hospital. Provision of infrastructure and learning materials for Ghana students will not be effective if the well-being of their teachers and lecturers are also not paid attention to. Through the implementation of the single spine pay policy, significant improvements I have heard have been experienced in the salaries of teachers and lecturers. Though some implementational challenges still remain and are being addressed, I hope through dialogue and not through strikes by the relevant agencies, and I call on our university teachers to be patient while this process goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot conclude my address without congratulating the University of Cape Coast on the graduation of its first batch of medical doctors, and to say kudos to all who have made it possible. Indeed, you have heard the long list of names that have been mentioned. And so to all those too many to mention, I say well done, Ayiko, for the good job you have done. As we congratulate your authorities on this achievement, we encourage you to remain focused and committed to your mission of being an equal opportunities university, providing quality education that challenges learners to be creative, innovative, and morally responsible. Government on its part will remain committed to equipping our institutions of higher learning with facilities and resources that will enable you to produce the highest quality manpower the nation needs to transform the economy and society. As you're well aware, in addition to supporting the growth of the University of Cape Coast School of Medical Sciences, we're currently supporting the university to establish a new fisheries college at Anomabo. The government has, through the GET Fund Secretariat, provided funding to pay for a 99-year lease and the clearance of a 50-acre piece of land along the Anomabo Cape Coast Road for this project. The college, when completed, will provide professional and technical training in fisheries and other fisheries-related areas, and to ensure the integration of indigenous approaches to fishing for the development of our fishing industry. Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to remind our new graduates who are passing out, the guinea pig class you call yourself. You have now acquired the requisite knowledge and skills to serve your communities, your families, your country, and indeed humanity at large. Do not forget that those who have a higher education also have a higher obligation to give back to society. I believe you have been adequately prepared for this task of giving back to society. However complex the disease, however serious the illness, however hopeless the case, you are God's instrument of hope for another human being, a person just like you. Your training in this institution, I hear, has been different. It has been problem-solving and community-based. That makes you unique among your peers and makes you able to solve problems at any level and to serve anywhere in your country. Indeed, I take Professor Monukofe's comment on doctor-patient ratio seriously, and government will work to ensure that we create the space to be able to train more doctors. It is painful, and I've seen many examples of students with straight A's turned away from medical school because there's just no space. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. Remember, graduates, doctors, that it is said somewhere, I don't remember where that quotation comes from, that the sickness is half cured with a smile. remember this all the time. You might leave home frustrated, by something that would have happened with your spouse or your child or whatever, but remember never to take it out on your patient. Service with a smile is half the illness cured. And remember your Hippocratic oath that you will never turn your face away from your patients. And when I say this, I'm referring to the numerous doctor strikes that take place. The oath is a very serious oath, and I know about swearing oaths because I took the ultimate oath to respect the Constitution, and I am abiding by it, and I hope you abide by yours. As doctors, you will encounter human frailty on a daily basis. You will see the abyss of hopelessness in the eyes of the dying, and the glow of life in those you have saved. Your profession as doctors endows you with the privilege of witness, but always remember that you are God's instrument, and that to whom much is given, much is also expected. I congratulate you on your achievements. I congratulate the University of Cape Coast on this landmark achievement, and I urge you to continue to do your utmost to maintain your acclaimed name, University of Competitive Choice. University of Competitive Choice. I thank you for your attention, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana.
I'll practice my profession with conscience and dignity.
I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity.
The health of my patients will be my first consideration.
The health of my patients will be my first consideration.
I respect the secrecies that confided in me, even after the patient has died.
I will respect the secrets which are confided in me, even after the patient has died.
I maintain by all means in my power the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession.
I will maintain by all means in my power the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession.
Respect for human life from the time of conception, even under threat that I will not use my medical knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity.
I will maintain the utmost respect for human life from the time of conception, even under threat. I will not use my medical knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity.
Congratulations.
To uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me God. Congratulations once again.